The path towards being very, very successful at something doesn't really vary as much as a lot of people may think. You know, mastery of a person's self, and the ability to make your body do what your mind wants it to do, is pretty much along the same lines as a martial artist as, you know, you would have to, I guess, experience as a bodybuilder.
Kai Green talking to the winner of the Train with Kai contest, Torren Davis. 22-year-old Torren Ashton Davis is a dedicated bodybuilder who won his weight class in his first show and has recently won the overall at the 2012 NPC Charlotte Cup. Torren is also an accomplished martial artist who has won 8 world titles and holds black belts in 4 different styles. He is now setting his sights on bodybuilding and the Arnold Amateur Competition, at this point about 2 weeks away. In this Train with Kai video, Torren gets taken through a thorough and difficult back workout, and along the way gets a hearty dose of Kailosophy.
By you experiencing what you have already, you've already been able to gain command of the key that will ultimately lead to your success, not only as a world-class martial artist, but as a bodybuilder and to anything else. Does that make sense? You know what? All right, that's it. I think they're saying we can get started. So we're gonna take this no bull. Is that what you already finished your no bull? That's great. You see your pedal, the platform on which you are standing. You have 2 points on either end, here and here. This corner and this corner. When I step out here, I try to plant my heel and flex my glute. So by planting my heel and driving my pelvis forward, I start flexing my glute. Flexing my glute. Flexing my hamstring. Flexing my glute. Flexing my hamstring. Believe it or not, every pose that you're going to do in 2 weeks on stage will start from the floor up. So by learning how to plant your foot and learning how to be able to flex your hamstring and your glute is going to be critical for every pose you do, not only from the rear, but on your 3/4 and side poses. Other people may see you from a distance and think you're just walking on the step mill. But what you're going to need to learn how to do is turn the most average things into tools that are going to help you be your best the day of competition. So now, even this 12-minute warm-up here on the Stairmaster, it turns around and gives us a solid benefit that is beyond cardio right now. This isn't cardio. This is an opportunity to get your mind on the task at hand. Where you're going to travel at the Arnold Classic, when you're going to get there, whether the ticket's been booked, all that stuff is irrelevant right now. Put it away. We're going to keep the pace elevated, not just here on the step mill, because we're going to get a heart rate up here. When we get out on the floor, we're going to keep that pace up. And we're going to get through a series of exercises that we're going to do. But we're not going to let the pace drop. All right? And I believe that the return is twofold. One, it'll allow you to get anaerobic resistance training necessary to stimulate your muscles, you know, towards hypertrophy and possible growth. But two, because you're up, because your pace is up, and you're not resting so long, what it allows is for your heart rate to stay at a place where you're going to be burning a lot more calories. So you're doing anaerobic resistance movements, but you're doing it at a pace that allows for an aerobic benefit. Does that make any sense? The difference between off-season training and pre-contest training for a lot of people would be this one distinction that I've just shared with you right now. So to try to further illustrate that, the difference would be being in the off-season, doing your exercise program and taking 6 or 7 minutes in between sets to recover, versus being in your pre-contest phase, taking shorter rest intervals in between your sets. And instead of 6 minutes, taking 1 minute. I would like to show you today what that starts to look like. All right? Now, we're not going to try to build Rome in one day. But what we're going to do is, my plan today is to try to help you maybe understand some of these concepts that 2 years into the game, I really didn't understand personally. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you already have a grasp of it, that's great. Then you're that much better off than even I was, you know, because I don't know everything. And as I was saying earlier with my training partner, you know, we still learning. All right, young warrior. This is my training partner, one of my training partners. Like you, she is a young warrior too. She ain't no joke. Her name is Pauline, but we call her Terminator, T90. And she's aggressive. And you'll see, brings some really cool energy to the set. So yeah, I guess now we'll get started. So we're gonna start with pull-ups. I'll set it off.
How many you trying to do?
Actually, what I want you to do though is to use your back. Use your back. I don't really care how many we do. One. Oh yeah. 2, 3. Good move. Come on. 4. I like that. 5, 6, 7. Come on. 8. I like that. 9. Yeah. 10. All right. Good moves. I like that. All right. Two, yep, come up, use your chest. 3, use your chest. 4, that's beautiful. 5, beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. See, she just had to try to show off for us right now. You know, but you and me, we gonna keep doing 12 over there, all right? Dude, he's going over the ball. 3, over the ball. Let's go. 8, 9. All right, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. He's got arms on him too.
I think Kai, he's like Bruce Lee, a bodybuilder.
Try to get the chest in there.
He takes it deeper. So each exercise, he'll tell you reason why, or reason why you need to do this, reason why you need to do that. If you don't do it, this will happen. Most bodybuilders I've seen, you know, on YouTube, whatever, they don't do all that. They don't teach. So I think Kai Green probably has his PhD in bodybuilding.
You do a rear bicep shot. It's not just here and here, but there's an element that's here through here. Believe it or not, this comes into play a lot in your rear bicep shot. When I grab here, I'm able to feel everything come alive for me. So from elbow to elbow, from one forearm to the next forearm, I'm able to aim to do this. Regardless of what it may look like here, my hands are stationary, but in order for me to move at all, I have to make muscles contract. My movement is the demonstration of muscles contracting. In my mind, I'm able to feel a connection of these contractions that occur from one wrist, down my arm, across the back of my shoulders to the other arm. I feel alive. This is a rear door bicep shot. That's what it is. This is it. I feel I'm able to make the connection with that more readily with this movement. Now, I still need to be able to do pull downs with a thumb grip as opposed to a thumbless grip. I still need to be able to do reverses. I still need to be able to pull over. I still need to be able to do bent over barbell row. But this, you'll find there'll be certain movements that will speak to you in a way that makes other things make sense, you know? And it's not for you to let somebody else tell you, oh, that doesn't work. Because not everybody understands or is able to walk through an exercise and understand how it may speak to you. In order for me to learn how to do a rear door bicep shot, I used years of doing pull downs behind the neck to learn how to make the connections so when doing a rear door bicep shot, not only was I just moving my arms, but I learned how to contract my traps and what the significance was of abducting and adducting my scapula. Does that make any sense? Adducting in, abduction out, abduction. My scapula. Those things came to me as a result of doing and then struggling to understand what it was that I was doing. Does that make any sense? Somebody can tell you something in a book, and if you don't have some of the practical experience and the wisdom that comes from it, sometimes when we get in the trenches, we don't know how to make use of that information. This is one of those exercises that help me better make use of that information. Does that make any sense? All right. We're not pulling to our stomach, pulling to our upper chest. If I was standing straight up, be here. That make sense? All right. 6, 7, squeeze, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. 3, I like it. 4, I like it. 5, okay. 6, okay. 7, these are your rear delts right here. 8, off the bone. 9, 10, let's go. 11, let's go. 12, 13. C, you got this? You need us to hold your hand? Okay. Trap, rear delts. Release, but there's still a contraction. Squeeze, trap, rear delts. Release, still a contraction. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, squeeze these, let's get it. 2, 3, secure yourself to the bench. No. Secure yourself to the bench, secure. Yeah, there you go. 5, all of this. 6, contraction, let's go. 7, let's go. 8, all of this stays contracted, let's go. 9, let's get it. Let's get it. 10, the mind is here. 11, the mind is here. 12, the mind is here. 13, come on. 14, come on. 15, all right, let it go. I can see it through your shirt. Sit. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good. T.
I got it.
1, come on, squeeze this. 2, this is your rear door bicep shot from the waist up. Let's go. Let's go. 7, your mind is here. Let's go. 8, let's go. 5, 6, hurt this. Let's go. 7, hurt this. 8, hurt this. 9, hurt this. All right, don't just pick the weight up, but try to squeeze the same muscles that we were talking about. Traps, rear delts, rhomboids, lats, let's get it. High on the sternum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. It's pretty. 12, 13. All right. Good news. Hope you wasn't expecting to come here today and see Kai Green hoisting 280 pounds behind his head.
Nah,
That ain't gonna happen right now. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna pull down, squeeze my traps for adults. More important than moving weight, what my goal is to contract my muscles, make my muscles work. Okay, here you go. We need some music for that, dude. All right. Okay, the primary movement here is bent over lateral. The secondary movement is reverse pec deck. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. I like to jump myself from the side. Here we go. So this is where your mind is, right here. Come on, let's go. 4. No, forward. 5. There you go. 6. Look at that. See how they fiber out? 8. Keep your elbows forward. 10. Yep. 11. Yep. 12. Yep. Your traps have no choice but to work too. 13. 14. Same rules apply. Remember, by keeping our elbows up, we're taking your lats out of it. Using your rear delts. You got some great delts, man. Thank you. This is good news. 2, 3, let's go. This is where your mind is. 4, come back and squeeze. 5, this is your rear delt bicep. 6 is your rear lat spread. 7, semi-relaxed pose from the front. 8, semi-relaxed pose from the back. 9, 10, 11, this is your side tricep. 12, this is your side chest. 13, 14, 15, develop this, stay here. Come on, let's go. 16, let's go. 17, let's go. 18, let's go. 19, let's go. 20, good snap. T. Do me a favor, take your finger, touch it. 4, touch this right here. 5, touch that. 6, you feel that? 7, 8, close your eyes and imagine. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. What's going on there is you're feeling her rear delts contract. She's feeling you touch her rear delt. As you touch her rear delt, there's a neurological impulse that travels up her brain stem to her brain and says, oh snap, I feel something. So now she's contracting a little bit more intensely. The more you press, the more intensely she's aware of that area. How does that benefit you? When you come over here to do this movement, now you have more information to stimulate your imagination. So now when you are doing your bent over laterals, or when you are doing your reverse pec deck, you want to imagine being able to stimulate the same kind of conditions or feelings should someone else imaginarily come behind you and touch your rear delt. Would they feel it soft or would they feel it working? Would they feel it contract? Would they feel it contract really hard? Can you make it harder? Can you make it harder? The harder you're able to make that while doing the exercise, the more development you're able to in theory, transfer or create in the way of activity in that area. Where does it show up? When you stand up on stage and do your side chest, believe it or not, your rear delt is what allows the point from here to here to become exaggerated. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. It almost like takes a line, a tape measure, and stretches it out across your shoulders reviewed from the side. Side tricep, side chest. Your chest is going this way, your rear delts are going back that way. You know, more development means the more impressive you will look visually from the side in those poses. Does that make any sense? All right. Don't swing it. Flex this. 4, control. That's right. Let's go. 5, control. 6, bring it here and hold. Come on. 7, right there. Come on. 8, come on. 9, resist against my hand. When you come back. 10, yeah, good. Come on. 11, squeeze. Here. Come on, here. 12. 13, come on, here. 14, here. 15, come on. Here, let's go. 9, 10, 11, 12, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, sit right here for a second. We're gonna use you for a minute. Each side of her spine, there are 2 triangular bones. Those triangular bones are your scapula. Movement of your scapula is what is used to show activation of lat and the intermediary muscles in between the lats on either side. Does that make any sense? So your traps, your rhomboids, teres minor and major, they're all able to move because of one movement of the humerus bone and its relationship to the scapula. If the elbows are close to the body, that's lats. If your elbow is further away from the body, in this case, we're not here, but we're here, which means her rear delt is activated. You have great rear delts. That tells me that mechanically, whether you are clearly able to articulate it or not, but you're able to think the thoughts that allow you to work your rear delt. You think it and it happens. But for somebody that wouldn't know, doesn't know, and they were looking at how could they improve their rear delt, this sequence of movements that we're doing is one, how we address that, but then also how we make for a rear or bicep shot to become more complete if they're lacking in those areas. Every movement is a pose. Every movement is a pose. The finished position on this reverse pec deck should be like a rear or bicep shot with your arms extended to either sides of you. $16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, 1 second, Paulie. Did you notice that when you saw her actually in the activation stage of moving, you notice how her traps sit up and start to contract, they start to like work their way out of her sweatshirt? They're standing up underneath here saying, hey, we're working. We're working. So if you never thought about how important your traps, the relationship between your traps and your shoulders are when doing back work, if you never saw it, if you never thought about it before, she gave us a wonderful opportunity to see that as she was activating her rear delt. Your imagination should be inspired all the time when you're training and even when you're not, because this is the way you improve as a bodybuilder. You know, as a young warrior looking to become, you know, even more capable at tapping your genius in this particular experience. These kinds of things you need to pay attention to and be excited about, you know? Because if she's able to do it, she's a woman. She's got all kinds of stuff working against her, hormones and stuff that we ain't got to worry about. If she's able to come up in here and blast it out, you see her traps popping out under the, you can do the same thing, you know what I mean? I've always had a love for female bodybuilding just because of that message, all right? All right, so we did bent over ladder, reverse pec deck. Okay, now we're gonna get started with back. The warm-up is done. We're gonna start with pull downs.
Sign up for our Muscle Meds e-newsletter and preview part 2 of this video days before its official release. Muscle Med subscribers get preferred status and get to see all of our new videos first, as well as notification of special sales on the best bodybuilding supplements on the market. Sign up now, and don't forget to join Kai Green and Team Muscle Meds. Get your authentic Muscle Meds hoodie today at musclemedsrx.com.